actual office. Now they offered that office to Steven Spielberg, but he turned it down because he thought it should be a museum.
You said if you move into that office. I said, no, I can never be in Hitchcock's office. That should be a shrine, a museum.
Very exciting. Just to know that he was there and walk by and know he was in that office.
Hitchcock is everywhere.
I saw Hitchcock once walking around the commissary.
Hitchcock had his bungalow on the lot. I used to go see Alfred Hitchcock.
I loved working with him. I highly respect him. He really understood fear and terror.
The Birds, that was a really scary movie.
The Birds? Oh man, that had me looking at crows like for the next 10 years.
Psycho, of course. Vertigo was one of the all-time great masterpieces. Hitchcock was master.
So folks, as you can see, we're a bit on the precipice of our front lot and into our back lot. Now if the scene takes place indoors, it's going to be shot over here on the front lot inside a sound stage. But as soon as the characters walk outside, the director's going to call cut and they're going to match it with something they shot back here on the back lot for our exterior sets. And our exterior sets begin with our famous metro sets. We're going to see a nice little roundabout tour of them. This is part of our famous New York street. When we come back up the alleyway down London, you'll be able to see a bit more of our New York street. They're prepping for a project here right now, so you can see some production elements as we roll on through. But folks, first I do want to set up, we are going to see something on the tour that not every tour gets to see. It's our very famous monster mural. The Universal Monsters financially rescued the studio in the 1930s. We were really struggling, and Frankenstein and Dracula were such huge hits. They financially rescued the studio, and the reason we are all still here to this day. So we paid homage to them with a mural coming up out the right side of the tram on the side of a soundstage, and it was painted by Tristan Eaton. Very cool mural. Keep your eyes peeled.
Thou shalt rise again.
Beautiful monster mural. Universal actually invented the monster movie genre after Frankenstein and Dracula. Alright folks, we officially found ourselves in London, but we're around the corner from New York Street, because that's how it works here at Universal. Now these sets we call London, we call New York, but they can be any place in the world. We shot a scene for the Mindy project and dressed up our London sets to look like India. And our New York Street has been a number of different cities and streets, Chicago even, and the Blues Brothers.
When the Pinto fell and you saw it land and make this big hole in the street, that was on the back lot. We dropped it from a crane. You dig like that in Chicago,
Aren't you glad that's not our tram right now, you guys? But you get the point. That's what's so cool about these sets. It's much easier to shoot here than in the real city. So sometimes movies will do half of the shooting in the real city where the film takes place and half of it here, the more complicated, dangerous stuff where it's much easier to use our streets than to close down the streets of New York or Chicago. And sometimes they'll shoot everything here. Hold on just 1 second, folks. Here's a clip from Will and Grace for you guys to see.